What's up, y'all? This is the Curious One, and we're here kicking it at the Ugly Table. Got a new figure to show y'all. We have the NECA's American Werewolf in London Ultimate Kessler Wolf. So up here it says, "Keep clear of the moors, beware of the moon." Nice picture from the movie. Here you have the back, some nice product photos. A read up there. If you want to check those out, you can pause it and read it. Here's one of it's going to be the left side. Just got a nice product picture of the head. Down here you got a NECA and got a Real Toys American Werewolf in London. On the other side you have a product shot of the alternative head, American Werewolf in London, NECA, and Real Toys. And here's the top. Got a warning, don't try to eat this. It's for 17 and up. Small NECA down there on the right. And the product of the open mouth head product shot. Down here on the bottom you got the names of the people responsible for producing this figure. Universal Studios, An American Werewolf in London, Universal City Studios, LLC, all rights reserved, Slasher, Design Co, NECA, and Real Toys. Over here you have your SKU, Made in China is asshole. Do not feed this to small children. On the front there's a little piece of Velcro with a opening door, Velcro there, product shot there. Alternative head there, figure is there. As you can see, it's strapped in there very well. So I know this probably isn't the best, but I tried to get as much lighting in there as I could, so you can see that. But probably isn't going to show up very well. So let's go ahead and get the box open, and we'll pull the figure out and give you guys a better look. Alright, so here's just a quick look of him still in the plastic, just so you can see what you could see in the box before. Maybe you couldn't get a good view of it or whatnot. So, yeah, as you can see, he's strapped in there pretty good. Probably going to be a pain in the ass to get off of there, but we'll go ahead and get that done and be right back. Alright, so here he is out of the box. Really cool looking. I do think it definitely looks like the prop in the movie. Not a real great with articulating dog-like figures, so it is going to take me some practice. Here is the alternative head sculpt, the mouth wide open. So just for scale wise, there's a timber from the Alpha Commandos. So you can see the difference in the size. He is definitely a very big figure. Very nice looking. Lots of joints. Cut here. Movement in the head. Not sure I'll do a lot of the articulation. But if you look close, you can see the joints. He's got movement in the shoulders, knees down here, here. Does have ankle pivot. Back here in the hips, knees, whatever that would be on a dog. Ankle pivot back there as well. Very short, nubby tail. So here's a look at him with the alternative head. It's really good. I was a little scared that they might jack the eyes up, but definitely scary looking. So here's what it'll scale like with the G.I. Joe classified figures. Not too bad. I mean, it's just werewolf. If you need a really big werewolf for your G.I. Joe classified for some reason, I think he works. And also you can get him a lot lower. If you looked at some of the product pictures, he can get really, really low. So I think it works. Throw in a Marvel Legend so you can see what he'd look like with that. And here he is next to a NECA Gremlin, so you can see like this scale, you know what I mean? Like, just check it out, see what you think. Alright, so his head is on a ball joint. Get you some movement in there, but there's also a neck piece in there that also has a ball joint, so you can get some even more movement out of the neck as well. You're gonna have some movement there, a little bit of out. So as you can see there, got a disc so you can move that shoulder in and out. You'll be able to move this, be able to move it here at that point. Be able to, oh no. Luckily it didn't break, it just popped off. But get back on there. I might have to heat that back up. Hold on, give me just a second, guys. Alright, so we got it popped back on there. And there's not as much ankle pivot as I thought there was on it. This one does move a little bit, but this one not so much. If you look down here, you can see why the pad kind of goes over top of it. So not quite as much as I thought there was, but there's still some. You do get some movement here at the waist. Not a huge amount, but he might need broken in a little bit. You get some hip movement. And then this also moves out. If you want, you can look in there and see that ball joint. So he does have a peg hole there. Not sure how much a little NECA stand will help with this guy though. He's massive. Looks like you're gonna get up that far to bend about that much. That'll move down about that much and about up to there. That feels really stiff. It does seem like it should, yeah. About straight out. It can go up to about right there. This does have a lot more pivot. Alright, let me see if I can get him hosed back to where he'll stand. Alright, so I hadn't noticed, but he does actually swivel right here. And he's going to swivel back here at this joint as well. I didn't mention that earlier. It seems to be about as tall as I can get him to stand, as far as like on all fours. And it looks like he's going to be right about the 5.5 as far as that goes. From end to end, he's going to be about 8 inches. Of course, if you extend his legs out and everything, it's going to be a lot further, probably about a foot, maybe a little more than a foot. But I'm not sure you'd be able to get him standing like that, or if it would even look proper. So I wouldn't. It doesn't really even matter. So his head's not going to just pop off the way it just did a second ago. It's because when I put the head back on, I hadn't gotten it popped completely back on there, and that's why it just kind of fell off when I touched it. But as you can see, it fits on there pretty well. Shouldn't have any issues with it. So I think I covered all the bases with this guy. I do definitely like the figure. I believe he was around the $40 mark. So if this is something you like, you want something similar to this in your collection, I do recommend it. I don't see any issues with it. The only thing I can even nitpick about is I'm missing a little bit of paint right there on his dew claw. Everything else seems to be like perfectly done. Lots of different dry brushes and variations in the color on his fur and stuff. Like I said, I'm just gonna have to play with him and try to get like some good poses out of him, because I really don't know what to do with him. But I just wanted him because he looked really cool. So doesn't really even fit in with anything in my collection, but I do think he looks really cool, so I am happy that I picked him up. But I'm just starting to ramble now, so y'all have a good night. Y'all try to stay out of trouble. Y'all take it easy, alright? Peace.